Happy day before Thanksgiving alongside Lucy Greer from Greer's Markets. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thank you. Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve. And always one of my favorite things that you've made. This is so delicious. Tell the folks all about it.
Yes, today we are making our pumpkin cheesecake, and this is my family's favorite thing. They always want me to make it for Thanksgiving, and a lot of people, know what they're going to do, but dessert may be an afterthought. So people may want to try this for tomorrow.
Take a look at that swirl. We had that overhead shot there. It just looks so incredible. The swirl on the pumpkin cheesecake is what I'm talking about. Yes, absolutely amazing. So to start with, looks like you're working with some graham crackers.
Yep, we are going to get started on our crust first, which is really simple. We are just going to use 9 graham crackers, which is just a sleeve of them. And I just bought some ginger snaps too, and so about 20 of them go down in here. And I have a stick of melted butter, and we have our cheesecake springform pan right there. And all we're going to do is use our food processor, which, we've had problems with this food processor before on the show.
Before on the show.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I just melted this butter, just 1 stick of butter.
Ooh, yeah.
And the crust will come together really easily if we're lucky. And let's see, it just takes a second.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling.
Rocking and rolling. And we're just going to spray our pan really well. Yeah, you want to spray it? I said really well.
That wasn't really well?
Go do the sides too. Awesome. And see, this is kind of steaming from the butter, and we're just going to press our crust down in here.
Okay.
And that is it for the crust. So it's super easy and it's really yummy. And then all you're going to have to do is mix up the center too.
All right, so I'm going to let you do that. But while you do that, we want to mention that today is one of the biggest shopping days of the year. If you are still looking for what you're going to cook tomorrow, stop on by the Greer's locations today.
Yes, we have amazing things on sale. It is always the lowest prices across overall on everything. And we have everything ready for your holiday dinners. We have turkeys in the back, of course, great specials on sugar. A lot of people are baking, and everything that you need. And if you aren't a baker, our stores have awesome sweet potato, pumpkin, and pecan pies on sale. Lots of things that you need for your holidays. And of course, you can see all your favorite associates at Greer's. One of the favorite things that customers like about our stores is the people. So this time of year, we're especially thankful for everybody that works with us and everybody that shops with us. So there is our crust, and all we're going to have to do is mix up our filling.
All right, so we'll do that when we come back. Also talk more about Thanksgiving shopping at Greer's. A lot more to come. Stick around here on Studio 10. Back on this Thanksgiving Eve alongside Lucy Greer. Starting to smell like Thanksgiving in here.
I know, it is.
I love that pumpkin smell, the cream cheese goodness. Tell the folks what we're working on.
Today we're working on our pumpkin cheesecake, and we already put together our crust. So that was our ginger snaps and graham crackers and our pumpkin pie spice and butter. We got that in our pan. And now you smell the cream cheese because we are working on our filling. So this was 4 blocks of cream cheese,
Yes.
4 8-ounce blocks. So I'm going to add a 1.25 cups of sugar in here, and I'm just going to cream this together. And I'm also going to go ahead and add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla while that's going.
Oh man, this is so good. You guys got to try it out if you don't have dessert planned yet for Thanksgiving. Hey, one of the things we want to talk about is now through, New Year's is basically a time when a lot of people like to give back and do what they can to help out in the community. The Rotary Sunset Club of Mobile has started a Warm Heart Coat and Blanket Drive through the end of November, and Greer's is taking part in that.
Yes, you can drop off any blankets or coats at our Dauphin Street location. We have a box right there in the front of the store, and and you're so right. A lot of people really want to give back, and there's so many things, and it's nice because, you know, somewhere like you're already going, like the grocery store, then you can just have kind of like a one-stop drop off, and it's kind of hard sometimes to determine, you know, what should I get involved in, and we really like to give a lot of different options. You know, we work with y'all and the Volunteers of America on the food drive this time of year, and boxes are out there too for non-perishable food items. So we really like to give our customers an option, an easy option to give back. So yeah, a blanket or a coat for the Sunrise Rotary Club, or non-perishable food items for the Volunteers of America. We're definitely collecting both of those.
Yeah, and along that note, a lot of people do want to give back, but everybody is just so busy these days. So when you can think, oh, I need to go grocery shopping, hey, I have this that I can bring by to help out as well, it really can help out. So check that out, the Warm Hard Coat and Blanket Drive, Greer's Cash Saver. They also have a location at Goodwill Easter Seals and Dawes Intermediate School through the end of November. So check that out. All right, so where are we at in the process with this filling?
Okay, so we have that going. Now it's just going to crack 4 eggs, and we'll start adding those in here. You just want to add one at a time, and like I said, this is our pumpkin cheesecake. So I also have 1 can of pumpkin puree right there, and to make that really pretty swirl though, once we get these eggs in, then we're going to pull some of the plain batter out and put it in this bowl, and then we're going to mix in the pumpkin, so we have the opportunity to have 2 different colors batter, and we're going to swirl them together. And it sounds, you know, like, oh, it might be a little difficult, but it's not at all. When I first made this years and years ago, I thought, I don't know if this is going to turn out the way I want, but it's really super simple, and everybody loves cheesecake, and it's kind of nice to have something seasonal. So
great idea, y'all. The recipe is online. Go check it out. We are going to come back and finish things up with Lucy here and tell you more about Thanksgiving at Greer's in just a little bit. Finishing things up today with our pumpkin cheesecake. So good. Lucy Greer in the house. Lucy, great to see you as always.
Thank you.
Especially around the holidays. And I think a lot of people are going to want to keep this recipe not only for Thanksgiving, but I say use this anytime. This is awesome.
Yes, this is a really good one. We're working on our pumpkin cheesecake. So this was our plain batter, just really plain cheesecake batter. I reserved a couple cups of that because, like I said, we're going to do our little swirl effect here. So I just have the remaining batter left in here, which is our cream cheese and sugar and eggs and vanilla. And I just added a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1.25 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. And now I'm adding in our 1 can of pure pumpkin puree so we can get that pumpkin effect. And then I'll show y'all how to layer it up.
The pumpkin goodness is coming in. Now, while you're doing that, if you want to order, if you do not want to cook on Thanksgiving, Greer's can help with that as well. How does that work?
Yes, any of our stores that have delis, you can go in there and pick up sides that are already prepared. And we also have hams and turkeys, and you could order and purchase a whole dinner, you know, with the sides and the ham and the turkey, or you could just get the ham, just get the turkey, and pick up your sides separate. So we also have pumpkin pies, sweet potato pies, pecan pies on sale. Everybody loves King's Hawaiian rolls. We have an amazing price on King's Hawaiian rolls at all of our Greer's stores. So we have everything that you need if you don't want to cook, and of course if you do want to cook. So we'd love to see y'all for Thanksgiving.
Man,
here we go.
I'm getting hungry. I'm ready for the Thanksgiving feast throwdown and
all right.
pumpkin cheesecake pie.
Good deal. So now we have our pumpkin batter, and we already made our crust. So this was our graham crackers and our ginger snaps and our butter and a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. So we put that in our pan, and now I'm just putting about half of the pumpkin on here.
Okay.
And remember, we reserved this right here.
I'm very intrigued by this process.
So first, we're going to dollop the first layer like this. Oops. This would be something fun for the kids to help with.
Yeah,
too.
it would.
Now we're going to put the rest of it on top. And then I have a butter knife that's going to help us do our swirl effect. And I have the oven on at 325.
Okay.
So it's kind of a low temperature to bake. And it's gonna take about an hour. Now, it's kind of easy to overcook cheesecake, so everybody kind of does that jiggle test, with a cheesecake. Now, you want to pull it out when it has a little bit of jiggle, but it's not completely set all the way through the middle. If you are a thermometer type person and you want to do the temperature, the internal temperature should be 150 for a cheesecake. So a lot of times, and I would, this one really turned out good because it didn't crack in the middle, but a lot of times cheesecakes crack. So a tip would be to, number one, don't overbake it. And number two, when it comes out of the oven, let it cool for just a minute and then run a knife around the edges and let it cool down completely on the counter before you stick it in the fridge. And all of that will help not let it crack.
And we're watching you do this swirl process.
So once we get it swirled, you just go, whatever design you want. If you are an artist, you'll be a lot better than me. I'm not at all, but you just go like this with your knife until you get a design that you like. Pop it in the oven, 325 for about an hour, and you'll be set.
Take a look at the finished product once again, y'all. This looks absolutely amazing. The perfect Thanksgiving dessert, y'all. The recipe is online. Go check it out.